A poet said, "Who likes to dig in his heart for waking pain?" Nobody likes emotional pain, but they are forced to face it in many different ways. Those who lost their loved ones, who faced extremely bad situations in childhood, or those who have been betrayed, harmed, and neglected repeatedly. Naturally, they suffer from emotional pain. They are damaged mentally. In time, everyone feels alone in life. It could be for a while or a lifetime. You also feel lonely, don't you? Now, what is loneliness, really? Those who have already read Murakami's Norwegian Wood can easily understand this melancholic feeling. When a person feels the absence of others, suffers because of that absence, and they feel like no one understands me, nobody cares about me. That's where isolation begins. They start making distance from everyone. At this time, they want someone who will understand them, prioritize their emotion, prioritize their feelings. If they find such a person, they become desperate to keep them close forever. Much like a character in Murakami's Norwegian Wood. If that person leaves for any reason, then the poison of loneliness and depression starts to emotionally destroy them. In this state, suicidal thoughts are common. Emotional distress can lead to suicidal thoughts. On the other hand, some people use this pain as motivation. They become unstoppable and climb the ladder of success. Now the question is, if loneliness is really consuming you continuously, is there no way to escape? Can loneliness be overcome, or should you just accept it as it is? When loneliness reaches an extreme level, your feelings gradually become lifeless. Recovering from it becomes very difficult. You don't want to communicate with others. You feel numb. Your mood becomes irritable. Inside, your emotions turn into an impassive stone. But they did not willfully choose this pain anymore. Basically, they are not able to share their emotions with other people and the surrounding society. As a result, isolation begins. Distance from everyone. They start hiding themselves from everything around them. There are many reasons behind this mental deadness, but two main causes are external factors and internal conflicts. Basically, both play a role simultaneously. External factors. If we talk about external factors, first comes the toxic situation, the toxic environment of our society and culture. A great example could be a biographical film, Into the Wild, based on a real story. The main character left home and went to the isolated wilderness of Alaska to escape society's toxicity. Despite having good grades, health, and a beautiful partner. Another example could be the Indian monks. Particularly, one popular figure was Gautam Buddha. Another external factor. Suppose you love someone, respect them, and selflessly fulfill their needs. However, in return, you only get ignorance and neglect, not even a minimum appreciation. A person who keeps giving and giving but receives nothing, at some point they face an existential crisis. In that state, imbalance starts to develop. At first, it may not seem so serious, but later it can have a severe impact. It happens in friendship too, when friends time to time only take and take selfishly, never check on you, not even inquire a bit about you. As a result, a void starts forming inside. At the same time, family problems, work pressure, financial crisis, all these together start emotionally destroying this person and blurring their true personality. When the limit of tolerance breaks, they decide to leave everything and go somewhere isolated, leaving family, friends, even loved ones too. However, it mostly remains just a thought. They can't actually do it because of their responsibilities and emotional attachments. Those who suffer from this problem every time fail to express their emotions properly. As a result, an inner void, loneliness begins. And then it slowly turns into emotional trauma. Among many reasons for internal conflicts, two major ones are low self-esteem and emotional trauma. Low self-esteem. A person who struggles with low self-esteem and battles with themselves every moment, self-doubt follows them like their own shadow. They want self-validation from others. This validation will fill their inner void. However, once it reaches a certain level, then even if they get proper attention, love, and care, they can't escape that loop anymore. Emotional trauma. Those who lost their loved ones, faced extremely bad times in childhood, or those who have been betrayed, harmed, and neglected repeatedly. They are already suffering from emotional pain. They are damaged mentally. Maybe another example of internal conflict is excessive negative thinking. Those people who fear everything, who always think negatively, even find negativity in normal situations. They have already fallen into a strange loop. Eventually, they get trapped in a dark cycle of fear. But there is hope. You can escape this loop. It is possible if you take a few steps. Acknowledge that you are stuck in this loop, and as a result, your emotions are gradually dying. Accept that you want to break free from this condition. Analyze your surroundings. Who are the people you spend most of your time with? Are they harmful for your emotion? Are they pushing you toward negativity? Start avoiding toxic people as much as you can. Join some healthy communities. People who make you feel good to reduce anxiety, who give importance to your words. When a negative thought comes into your mind, replace it with a positive thought. But if this loop almost consumes you and you can't get out of it even if you try so hard, consult a reputable psychologist. Exercise regularly. Try to entertain yourself as much as you can. Others' expectations, families' responsibilities. You also have some toxic people in your friend circle. But don't drown yourself in it. Don't ever feel lost. Don't make yourself a selfless animal. Do you want a happy, healthy life, or will you let yourself burn in this illusion of loneliness? The choice is entirely yours. Of course, nobody wants to destroy themselves, so make your own plans that suit you best. Give some extra time to yourself, and it will make your life beautiful.